Hi everyone, my name is Navita Patel, and I came to Ottawa almost around 10 years ago as an international student to study and pursue a career in engineering and sciences. Um, when I came here, I had absolutely no idea what God had in store for me. It's been an incredible journey. What God did in my life, He basically um, took me away from everything that I knew in my life, from everything that was familiar, from everything that was known to me, to a completely different world, to a place where I did not know anyone. I have absolutely no relatives in Canada. I had no friends that I knew beforehand that I could rely on. There was absolutely no one. I had no idea even about the weather. I just assumed that I would get used to the extreme cold conditions here. So when I came into Canada completely blind. And that is exactly what God had intended for me to discover Him. Because of all the noise that was in my life, I had never really felt the tug to know Him, to get to know Him, to seek Him. And all of this happened after I started my life here in Canada. I went through a phase of separation from my family. My parents were not happy with the decisions that I'd made to come to a different country. They were still insecure, and they felt that I was not ready to take up this sort of responsibility of being an adult and moving away from family. So it was a period of depression. It was a painful period. I tried to seek answers in my own faith. Like, I was brought up as a Hindu. I absolutely had no idea who Jesus was, even though I was raised in a convent school. I'd heard about Mary, and I had heard about, the sisters and stuff praying to Mary, to Jesus, but I really did not know who He was and what all He had done for me. So I tried to seek answers from an intellectual perspective, and let me tell you one thing. Hinduism is very, very intellectually appealing religion. It's empty. You will never get to the answers that you seek. I was determined to kind of knock on the door of a random church and kind of debate with them what was it about their religion that made them so happy. And my roommate saw me going out, and she was a bit surprised. She asked, "Where are you going this late at night?" And I told her, "You know what? I want to just go to a church, and I want to argue with them about faith and stuff, because I'm depressed and I don't know what to do." And she said, "You know what? I have a friend. Why don't you talk to him instead? He's a Christian and he has counseled people, so he will be able to help you. You don't need to go out." And I said, "Okay, why not? Let's give that a shot." And everything that he said about him, about Jesus, was so simple, that this is what Jesus did. This is what He told us. These are the promises. And I'm like, where is this? I've never come across this. I have never seen it. Where does God say that He's going to do this for you, that He's going to always be with you, that He's going to fight all your battles for you, that He's the one that you can run to when you're in problems? I have never seen such a God. And so he told me to read the Bible, and I looked at the Gospel of John. And after reading the Gospel of John, the words of Jesus just touched my heart, and it felt like He was speaking to me. It was so simple, and that's when I understood who He was, His love for me, and all that He had done for me. And it was forgiveness that I desired the most. And He was the only person who said that, "You know what, Navita, it's okay. I'll give you a second chance, and I have paid for your sins, so you don't have to toil this hard anymore. You don't have to worry about being born again and going through this endless cycle of suffering, because once you die, you'll be with me. And I will give you a hope and a future. That's what he said to me, to a person who had no hope. He said these words. And the best part was, he died when I did not believe in him, believing that I will change. So it is his undying hope in me that I can become better, that pushes me to live with hope and to live with joy. And that is the gift that I received from my Jesus. The reason I came to Bethel was because I saw the hunger that people had in Bethel to do God's will, to do work for him. People in this church are so alive and they're so hungry to do more for God. And Bethel is a great place to get involved, to connect with God's people and actually be a part of his plan. So thank you so much.